Do you like eggs? I personally don't care, but my mother does. If you want professionally made Ukrainian-style pisanki eggs like this, gorgeous, or this, very old and cracked one, well, shit, hold on. Go to karinablows.etsy.com. Make really good, I mean, you can't make anything, but, you get some nice eggs for Easter. I should just smash them all on camera. Wouldn't that be horrible? No, I'm not going to do that because I'm not like the subject of today's video. Today's video is about Andy Ditch. A lot of great people have covered him. I particularly love Smokey MCC. Is that his name? I love his coverage of Andy. I love it when he and Kiwi do it. I started watching Major Chilla. He's really good at this. But, okay, I'm not going to claim I have any amount of credibility compared to those guys. Those guys are amazing. But I want to offer the perspective of someone who actually is autistic. Talking about someone that is faking autism. This is going to be a long series. It's going to be some laughs, a few tears, a lot of rage. But I also want to give a shout out to, I believe it was him that put this together. Either, I'm not sure who made it. Was it Busen Faker that did it? I'm not sure. Sorry. Shout out to whoever made the Andrew Ditch Timeline Project. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Look, everybody has their own locale. Mine is Andy. Not because I like him. Because it's so... He can be very entertaining as this... It's just the visceral... The mental image of this fat guy going around with the green headphones. With the green headphones saying, "I'm autistic," is hilarious to me. Infuriating, yes. But hilarious. So we don't have much time to actually do this because, I don't have much storage space. But let's start with 1985. June 7th, Andrew was born into... And, I do have problems reading stuff sometimes. Andrew was born to Thomas and Janet Ditch in Tonawanda, New York. I don't know much about Tonawanda, but from what I could tell, I'm not going to judge a whole town by one family that lives there. He has two older half-siblings, Michael and Danielle. Now, we know a little bit about Michael, but we know nothing about Danielle. Nor do I really want to. Janet described Andy as a happy, easy, and a pleasure as a baby. She had the flu, diarrhea, toxemia, and weight loss with abrupto placentae. He was delivered with a C-section, 1 week premature to fetal distress. I think in this video we'll probably have time to cover the 80s, maybe part of the 90s. He underwent inguinal hernia surgery when he was 2 or 3. Now, I will be covering the actual events as they unfold when I actually find documents and stuff that talk about them on the date they occurred. He was enrolled in a Head Start program at age 3. I'm not entirely sure what that is. He was diagnosed with an expressive language disorder. Now, this I believe he actually has. I think he actually could have some trouble expressing himself. Again, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a neurosurgeon. I don't know much about medical stuff. I just watch a lot of House. Great show. Not relevant to the discussion at hand. I just want to give a shout out to House. Brilliant TV show. It's on Amazon Prime right now. He started documented speaking at 11 months. He was documented to start speaking at 11 months, sentences by 4 years old or later. Now, it appears that he was able to communicate, but not at a level expected for his age. So he I want to be clear about something. Andy Ditch does seem to have... Okay, I got a couple minutes left. Andy does appear to have some kind of mental impairment. Some kind of cognitive disability. I sort of had one at that age. I was far behind a lot of people on learning things. I couldn't snap my fingers until, I want to say, junior high, maybe? I couldn't whistle until about 2019. I was born in 2000. 2017 to 2019, give or take. I still can't swim. I can't ride a bike. I can't drive. Although I do intend to get around to that last one. I didn't learn how to tie my shoes until about the 1st or 2nd grade. The only thing I could say that I was actually advanced in was reading. I could read like a motherfucker. I still can, thank Christ. It's the only thing... My intellect, even if I'm not always able to express it, is what I value most in myself. By the way, for this series, we're going to be comparing and contrasting Andy with me, someone who has autism. Where was I? Alright, so this is an important part. Around 88 to 89, Andy was physically and sexually abused. The perpetrator was either his half-brother Michael, which most things seem to point to that, or one of Michael's friends. I'm going to go on a limb, and it could have been Michael. The problem is, Andy has been extremely... Fucking Nova added another post. God damn him. So, Andy has been, and he's, above all else, an incredibly unreliable narrator. He twists every story to make himself look better. Now, there are documents of this abuse going back to the early 90s and 80s, I think. So, late 80s, early 90s, I mean. So, it does appear that this event really happened. Which is a horrible, horrible thing to happen to anyone. No matter how terrible. And for what it's worth, Andy, I'm sorry this happened to you. At such a young age, it's awful. It is awful. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not a therapist, but at all. My father is, but I don't really want to bring him in on something like this because it's very graphic in detail. He alleged that Michael put a stick up somewhere. I think you could probably guess where it is. That's awful. Okay, sorry, there's a call I got. It is awful, and I do wonder whether maybe it contributed to his problems today. To an extent, he would have always been messed up no matter what. But I if someone sees this, I want to, with like a mental health background, I want to know more, like, could this contribute to the problems he has today? I'll probably have to leave you with that because I have about 20 seconds. If you want to see more of this, please let me know. I'll probably do it anyways, but remember, creativeblowst.etsy.com if you want more very nice eggs like this. What a great way to end this.